So come to a seat on your mat, hit play on your playlist. And so maybe sitting on your block of pillow, your heels, cross-legged, whatever feels like a nice place to begin, where you can be still for a couple minutes as we sit and integrate into our practice. And the mudra we're using for practice. So mudras are simple hand gestures. They're a way to connect more deeply to some of the philosophical pieces that we physically experience. This one's real simple. You wrap your fingers over your thumbs, push your knuckles together, and then you can just let your knuckles soften to your lap. Once your fist bump that you've made in your palms is softened to your lap, close your eyes, reach to the crown of your head, shrug your shoulders down. So this mudra is called the Brahma Mudra, and it is a little bit of a physical manifestation of Brahma himself. Brahma is the creator. And in the life cycle of the universe, Brahma is the one who creates it. And it is the creative energy that we embody and encompass today. The mudra you are creating in your palms, that little fist bump you're giving yourself in your lap, really dials into your self-awareness. It's considered a gesture of all-pervading consciousness. So in other words, when we create a deeper connection to ourselves, we really harness the opportunity to be creative. So right away, we'll set intention for practice. Where is there opportunity in your life where something new is beginning? Where there's the opportunity to lean into your creative energy and feel an inspirational spark from within to empower yourself. Whatever that means, we'll send it out with some unified breath and a unified intention. Exhale the air from your lungs. Big breath in, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. One more for good measure. Big inhale in. Open mouth, breath out. Nice, seal your lips. Inhale through your nose. Through your nose, breathe out. Gently bring your eyes open. Start with a gentle seated twist. So bring your left hand to your right leg or near the right side of your body. Tense your right fingers behind you and just gently begin to twist open to the right. Let that twist emerge from your sit bones. So push down through both glutes. Lift your chest, lengthen your spine as you continue to twist, twist, twist towards the back of your mat. One more breath in here. One more breath out. Come back through center. Gently take the twist to the other side. Right hand to your left thigh or near the left side of your mat. Tense your left fingers behind you to encourage a little length in your spine. And then just continue to open beyond the left side of your mat. Harness that notion of creation in everything that we do today. Here you're creating a twist. It's a really intentional lean into the opportunity to twist your body more to the left. One more breath in. Deepen your twist as you breathe out. Slowly come back to center. Tabletop pose. Plant your palms at the top of your mat. Step your knees back underneath your hips. And today in tabletop, you can do anything you want to do. Maybe you want a little cat and cow to begin your practice. Maybe you just want to wiggle a little bit side to side, or whatever other movement you might want. You could twist a little more, roll out your neck, just feel some movement in your hips. If you find yourself making some movement on the right side, continue that movement on the left side as well. And then once all of that initial movement, that initial creation of movement feels sufficient, press back to your first downward facing dog. Curl your toes under, push into your palms, lift your hips really, really high. So notice if you bend your knees, you may actually be able to get your hips a little bit higher. Shrug your shoulders away from your ears, a common movement throughout our practice today. And maybe a couple more pedals in your feet, a little more bending in your knees before coming to stillness here. Press into your palms, lift your navel up and in, gather your frontal rib cage together. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Step your feet to the top of your mat, hip width distance. Just start with a simple ragdoll here. So grab for opposite elbow or forearm. Really encourage the crown of your head to hang very, very heavy. Push your weight more into your toes. That will help lift your hips up over your ankles. And remember, any forward fold, you get to bend as much as you want in your knees. And switch your grip, bring opposite elbow in front. And then for today's practice, we'll add a chest expansion in. So interlace your hands at the small of your back. Inhale, add a little lift and length in your spine. Exhale, fold back down into your ragdoll with your chest expansion. Your knuckles may stay near your sacrum. You may reach them straight up overhead, or maybe you let them fall towards the front of your mat. Deeper chest opening action. One more breath in. Deepen your fold, breathe out. Release your fingertips down. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, push your weight into your toes. Exhale, forward fold, hinge down. Simple sun A. Inhale, mountain pose. Push through your heels, lengthen and rise all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Lead with your chest. Fold down towards your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice long spine. Exhale, crouch and curl. Tense your fingers. Lift your heels. Drop your hips down and tuck your chin onto your chest. Shrug your shoulders down your back. Lift your heels a little higher. Carve out your belly to bring your forehead onto your knees. Get really, really small. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's go again. Inhale, mountain pose. Press through your heels. Lengthen and rise for the whole breath. Exhale, forward fold. Use the full breath to travel back down towards your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Add the length in your spine. Exhale, crouch and curl. Really round your spine, get small. Hold for the breath in, lift your heels. Exhale, chin to chest. One more time through. Inhale, mountain pose. Press down, squeeze your legs, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips back down to your mat. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Super long in your spine. Exhale, crouch and curl. Really round your spine. Forehead to knees, chin to chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now listen here. Inhale, halfway lift. Push your heels down. Press your palms to your legs. Exhale, high plank pose. Palm shoulder width distance at the top of your mat. Step your feet back and stack your shoulders over your wrists. Tuck your tailbone down, broaden your shoulder blades apart, reach through the crown of your head. Breathe in, lift your navel to your spine. Exhale, slowly lower down all the way to your belly. Cobra pose with your Brahma Mudra. So zip your legs together, push your toenails down. Give yourself that fist bump, this time at the small of your back. And then inhale, lift your chin, lift your chest. Exhale, continue to hold your Cobra pose with your mudra. Press your knuckles together at your low back. Push into the tops of your feet. Lift your chest a little higher. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Breathe in. Exhale, slowly lower your chin down. Twice with breath. Inhale, Cobra pose with your Brahma Mudra. Exhale, slow release to your mat. One more time. Inhale, Cobra. Can you get your chest a little bit higher? Exhale, slowly soften it down. Release your mudra, palms under your shoulders. Inhale, high plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths, breathe in. Breathe out. Do it again, connect to your inhale and to your exhale. Let's do sun B, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, chair pose, push your weight to your heels. Sink low in your hips, extend your fingertips high, breathe. So push your weight further to the back of your feet. That will encourage your hips to reach a little bit more behind you. Rather than lunging your chest forward, tuck your tailbone down, lengthen your low back. Take a breath in. Exhale, airplane your arms, reach your fingertips behind you. Stay low in your stance. Inhale, chair, squeeze your calves and your thighs. Exhale, forward fold, lead with your chest. Inhale, halfway lift, really long in your spine. Exhale, high to low plank. First time, hug your elbows to your rib cage. Yes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Feel that opening in your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Push it back. Inhale, kick your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest, shoulders over wrists. Hold here, breathe in, round your spine even more. Exhale, low lunge. Use your core strength to step through. Inhale, crescent lunge, tuck your tailbone, lift your chest, reach your palms high, breathe. Swivel your right hip crease a little bit back, push your right knee up directly above your ankle and lift the back of your left thigh. Breathe in, point your tailbone down. Exhale, cactus your arms and add a back bend. Bend at your elbows, lift your chest, lift your gaze. You may notice your stability gets a little challenged. That's okay. Maybe take a little bit out of your back bend. Squeeze at your inner thighs. Feel that opening in your sternum as you encourage your gaze high. Inhale, reaching crescent lunge. Lengthen your spine forward. Extend your fingertips from the crown of your head. Hold and breathe. Lift your navel up. Point your tailbone at your left heel and reach your fingertips in the opposite direction, one big long diagonal line. Breathe in, add some length in your spine. Exhale, airplane your arms, sweep your palms behind you. Inhale, warrior two, push your left foot down, open your chest, reach your fingertips wide, breathe. Feel your torso parallel to the side of your mat, but your hips will angle slightly forward to help point your right knee straight to the front. Shrug your shoulders down. Big breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Keep the length in your spine. Reach forward, reach down. Rotate your chest open. Push your right arm and your right leg into each other. Maintain the lunge in your right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior, sweep your right palm high. Exhale, high to low plank, your version of choice. Inhale, upward facing dog, really lovely. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, kick your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, round it forward. Hold here, breathe in, crunch your abs. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift your chest, extend your fingertips up, gaze forward, breathe. Push into the ball of your right foot to press your right heel behind you. Feel your shoulders stack over your hips and your tailbone point down. Breathe in. Exhale, cactus your arms and add a back bend here. Lift your chest, lift your gaze. Really leaning into back bending today. So each of these back bends is an opportunity to feel your heart space open a little bit more. And again, that opportunity to feel creation emerge in every moment. Gorgeous, Sarah. Inhale, reaching crescent lunge. Hinge your chest forward. Extend through your fingertips. Breathe. Remember, one long diagonal line from your fingertips all the way through your back heel. Pivot your left hip back. Press your navel up. Breathe in. Exhale, airplane your arms. Sweep your palms behind you. Inhale, warrior two. Push the knife edge of your right foot down. Lift your chest. Open it to the side and breathe. Feel your left knee open behind you. Push into the knife edge of your right foot and stack your shoulders directly over your hips. Breathe in. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward, reach down, open your torso. Feel that connection between left arm and left leg. Pivot your right shoulder blade over your left and then challenge your gaze up beyond your right fingertips. Inhale, reverse warrior, sweep your left palm high. Exhale, high to low plank, your version you'd like to do on your way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely, Tom. Everybody breathe in. Breathe out. Let's flow. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, chair, sit low as you lift your chest. Exhale, airplane your arms, sweep your palms above your hips. Inhale, back to chair. Press your weight to your heels. Exhale, forward fold, lead with your chest. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale, high to low plank. You could skip it if you wanted to. Inhale, up dog. Nice job, Shane. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, round it forward. Hold for the breath in, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift your chest, reach high. Exhale, cactus your arms at the back bend, lift your gaze. Inhale, reaching crescent lunge, lengthen your spine as you hinge it forward. Exhale, airplane your arms, sweep your palms behind you. Inhale, warrior two, shoulders over hips. Exhale, extended side angle, rotate your torso open. Inhale, reverse warrior, stretch your right side body, look up. Exhale, high to low plank, hug your elbows right onto your ribcage. Inhale, up dog, lovely holly. Exhale, down dog, push it back. Inhale, kick your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, make contact on your face. Hold the breath in. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, crescent lunge, feel your spine lengthen as you lift. Exhale, back bend, feel the arch in your low back. Inhale, reaching crescent lunge, lengthen your spine forward. Exhale, airplane your arms, just switch the direction of your hands. Inhale, warrior two, feel your breath, power you through. Exhale, extended side angle, rotate your chest open. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up, look up. Exhale, high to low plank, maybe from your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog, lovely, my friends. Exhale, downward facing dog. You're fabulous. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Let's go again. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, travel to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair, sit just as low, maybe even lower. Exhale, airplane your arms, reach a little bit further behind you. Inhale, back to chair, tuck your tailbone down. Exhale, forward fold, lift your tailbone up. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, high to low plank. Maybe you hold high plank instead. Inhale, up dog, love the handstand variation. Exhale, down dog, lift your hips. We add on a tad, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest. Breathe in, shoulders over wrists, hips with shoulders. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, then twist it all the way to your left elbow, make contact. Twist it back to your right elbow, all the way to your left elbow. You could add a little rhythm here, but focus on the muscle action it takes to touch your right knee to your left elbow. That is activating your right oblique, charging up your side body muscles. Shoulders and hips stay in line with each other. Shoulders stay stacked over your wrists. You're here for 4, 3, three-legged dog in 2. And 1, inhale, three-legged dog, kick your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift your chest, reach high. Exhale, add the mudra this time at the small of your back. Remember that little fist bump at your low back, and then add your back bend. Wrap your fingers over your thumbs, push your knuckles together, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Keep the lunge in your legs. Begin to emerge into that feeling of an open heart and an energetic connection. What are you self-aware of? And how does that become a point of creation? The opportunity to emerge into something new. You're here for 3. Reaching crescent lunge in 2. And 1, reaching crescent lunge, release your mudra. Hinge your collarbones forward, arms go long, take a big breath in. Exhale, warrior 3. Push forward onto your right foot. Begin to kick your left foot up away from the mat. Broaden your chest forward. Maybe thumbs come to heart center, or you bring the mudra back to the small of your back. Dial your left hip down. Kick your left heel higher. Stay long in your low back. Here for 3. Step back, crescent lunge with airplane arms in 2. And 1, big step back. Release your palms behind you. We move on. Inhale, warrior 2. Open your chest. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward, reach down. This time as we hold, opportunity for a half bind. Reach your left palm back, flip it behind you. Then left elbow to hip crease, left palm or left arm to left fingertips to right hip crease. Full bind would be to reach under your right thigh and capture your fingers together. If that means you crouch forward really low, do a 3/4 bind, or that's what I call it at least. Bring your right palm to the bottom of your right thigh. Come back to your lunge in your legs. Open your chest. Shrug your shoulders down. Now lift your gaze. You're here for 3. Reverse warrior. Maybe keep your half bind in 2. And 1. Inhale, reverse warrior. Sweep your right arm high. Exhale, high to low plank. Plant your palms. Bend your elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Final side, inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it forward 1 more time. Breathe in. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Twist it all the way to your right elbow. Try to touch it all the way back to your left elbow, all the way to your right elbow. When you make that attempt to actually touch your knee to your elbow, that's when you'll feel your left side body muscles really crunch and engage. Keep your hips low, keep your gaze long, straighten through the crown of your head. You've got this. Part of creativity is emerging into empowerment and strength. You're here for 4, 3, 3-legged dog in 2, and 1. Inhale, kick your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift your chest. Exhale, fist bump at the small of your back, and then add a back bend here. Push your back of your palms into your low back, lift your chest, press your knuckles together. Brahma has 4 heads because reality can mean different things depending on how you look at it. And each of those heads is a different version of reality. So take a moment here to become more self-aware. What's driving you right now? Wisdom, ego, something you've learned somewhere along the way. You're here for 3. Reaching crescent lunge in 2. And 1, reaching crescent lunge, hinge your chest forward, reach your fingertips long, breathe in, lengthen your spine. Exhale, warrior 3. Push onto your left foot, kick your right heel up. Again, maybe thumbs come to heart center or bring that fist bump back to your low back. Kick your lifted leg higher. Lengthen your standing leg longer. Yes, Roxy, feel where your gaze goes. Feel a sense of power. Lovely, Kate, you're here for 3. Step it back, crescent lunge with airplane arms in 2. And 1, big step back. Sweep your palms behind you. Let's finish Sun B. Inhale, warrior 2. Gaze over your left fingertips. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward, reach down. Half binds, go for it. Reach back, flip your palm, then bring your fingertips to your hip crease. Full binds, reach under and clasp your fingers. 3/4 binds, bring your palm to the bottom of your thigh. Rotate your chest back open. Come back to the lunge in your legs. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Now lift your gaze up. We are so good. Happy Sunday. Stay with it. You're here for 3. Reverse warrior in 2. And 1. Inhale, reverse warrior. Sweep your left palm up. Exhale, high to low plank, my friends. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You are fabulous. Take a huge breath in. Huger breath out. And do that again. Breathe and open mouth, exhale. Inhale, gaze to the top. Exhale, step all the way through. Come down to a seat. Whew, feeling good? thumbs up, fist bumps, other fingers up if you're feeling differently. Good, good. I don't see any middle fingers up, so I'll take that as a good sign. We are gonna come back. We're gonna do a little bound half moon per request and a little bit of juicy camel pose at the end. So getting some more shoulder work, more binding, as well as a nice big back bend to lean into all that creative energy. But before we do any of that, let's do core. Come down to your back. Basic crunches to start. Feet hip width distance, hands behind your head, low back down, breathe in. Exhale, lift your shoulder blades up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift your chest. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift your chest. Yes, power your movement with your exhale breath. Above all else, one of the things we can always do is breathe. So notice your breath first. Notice how your breath can drive your movement. And then remember, this is all about creative spark. We are sparking creative energy, the opportunity to begin, the opportunity to start, the opportunity to lean into newness. How is that present for you today? Here for 4, 3, pulse it high in 2, and 1, add the pulse. Tiny movements at the top, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. The option to extend your fingertips long or keep your fingers behind your head. Here, 4, 3, legs up the wall in 2, back to crunches 1, legs up the wall. Continue to lift your chest and lower it. Push your heels to the ceiling. Flex your toes to your face. Remember, bend your knees as much as you please in any of these straight leg postures, but feel that extension on the back of your legs, tailbone lifts, shoulder blades lift. 4, 3, add the pulse in 2, and 1, add the pulse. Tiny movements off your mat, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Option to extend your palms forward or keep them behind your head. Here for 4, 3, reverse crunches 2, and 1, reverse crunches, head down, palms down, breathe in. Exhale, lift your hips up. Inhale, slowly lower. Exhale, slowly lift your hips. Inhales bring you down. Exhales lift you up. So this is the movement in your low back, your low core. So keep it tiny and keep it slow. That's what will mean that you're using your muscle and your control to move your body rather than the momentum of the movement itself. Remember, you're in control. You are the one who is empowered to create movement, to create meaning on your mat. Here for 4, 3, legs up the wall in 2, and 1, legs up the wall, tailbone down, palms down, breathe in. Exhale, lower your feet halfway to your mat, straighten your legs, point your toes, breathe in. Exhale, lower and hover 1 inch off the mat, add that flutter kick at the bottom, tiny movement, kick, 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 kick. 4, 3, legs back up in 2, and 1, legs back up. Final time, breathe in, push your heels to the ceiling. Exhale, lower your feet halfway to the mat, point your toes, straighten your legs. 1 more big breath in. Exhale, lower and hover, this time static hold. Point your toes further beyond the front of your mat. Press your low back down. Keep your gaze high. Stay connected to your breath. Here for last 3. Long body stretch in 2, and 1. Long body stretch. Arms long, legs long. Take a moment and just breathe big. Breathe in. Loud exhale. Again, like that, loud inhale. Be dramatic as you exhale. I love a good dramatic exhale. Hug your knees into your chest. You can rock side to start. And then grab behind your knees. We'll meet in downward facing dog, but if you want to take a stop along the way for anything that you need, water, dog pets, or cat pets, or maybe you're helping your child take a bath, whatever may be happening in your life right now, you do you. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog and prepare for the second half of our practice. So again, notice where creativity is emerging, where that feeling, that spark, that energetic connection to the opportunity to create, to build, to adapt. What does that feel like today? Breathe in. Through your nose, breathe out. Let's move on. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, mountain pose, root through your heels, lengthen and rise all the way up. Exhale, dancer on the left, or right elbow to right side body. We'll start with the right side. Kick your right heel to your seat. Grab the inside edge of your right foot and bring your knees together to touch. Lengthen your spine, point your tailbone down, big breath in. Exhale, begin to kick into your hand, reach your chest forward as you reach your right knee back. Remember, we're going for back bends here. So rather than propelling your chest down, push it beyond the front of your mat. That's what will arch your spine and stretch your hip flexor. Kick your heel away from your butt. Stay long in your standing leg. What is the reality you are kicking and emerging into? You're here for 3. One-legged mountain pose into. And 1, release the grip on your foot. Right knee up, palms high. Take a breath in here. Exhale, add the fist bump at the small of your back. Wrap your fingers over your thumbs, press your knuckles together. 1 more breath in. Exhale, airplane pose with Brahma Mudra. Hinge your collarbones forward, reach your toe back, dial your right hip down. 1 more big breath in, lengthen your standing leg. Exhale, standing splits. Keep your mudra to start. Begin to drop your chin as you lift your toe. And then eventually release your mudra to bring your fingertips down to the mat, your ankle or your block. Try to lift your right toes higher as you let your chin drop lower. Stay really long in both legs. Beautiful, my friends. Here for 3. Forward fold into. And 1, forward fold, feet to the mat. Bring them hip width distance for Padangusthasana, yogi toe lock. Grab your big toes with your index finger and thumb. As you inhale, add a little lift and length in your spine. As you exhale, fold yourself down, chest over thighs. Actively pull yourself into yourself. So let your elbows bend open to the sides. The crown of your head hang really heavy. Maybe you add a gentle bend in your knees. Brahma in his 4 heads and 4 different ways to see reality. 1 is your mind. 1 is your intellect. 1 is your ego. And 1 is conditioned consciousness. And while I certainly have more to learn about what each of those are, some of them certainly sound like better places to be guided from than others. So just notice what's guiding you today. Release the grip on your toes. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Create some length in your spine. Exhale, high to low plank. Any version you want, or you could skip it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Feel that opening in your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it all the way through to your hands. Inhale, rise up to crescent lunge, lift your chest, reach high. Exhale, open twist to the right, left fingertips in front. And then inhale, exalted crescent lunge. Drop your right palm down, reach your left arm up, lift your gaze beyond your left fingertips as you square your chest back to the front of your mat. You've already done a fair amount of back bending and preparation, so maybe you creep your right fingertips further down the back of your left leg and make this a little bit more dramatic of a posture. Lean into that opportunity to feel open and the sense of courage and self-awareness that it takes to be willing to be open. Yes, Beth, you're here for 3. Back to crescent lunge into. And 1, back to crescent lunge, gaze forward, palms high, big breath in. Exhale, warrior 2, push your left foot down. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg this time. Exhale, triangle pose, press your hips back, reach forward, then drop your right arm down, left arm high. So we're going to do a lot of choose your own adventure from this foundational triangle. So first option is to go for some binding again. So maybe half bind, left hand to right hip crease. From here, option to reach your right fingertips forward and help condition or encourage some core strengthening as you open your torso. Option for that 3/4 bind or going for the full bind in your triangle. Remember, spine stays long, open your chest. Once you're emerged into your bind and feel like you've got a good setup here, and you'd like to play a little bit with moving towards half moon with whatever bind you've chosen, you're right there for it. So begin to put a micro bend in your right knee, gaze beyond your right foot, keep your bind as it is, toe heel your left toes in, and begin to kick your left foot up away from the mat. Hard for me to do and talk about at the same time, but similar to any regular old half moon, open your left hip, recommit to your bind, or maybe you switch to a half bind or no bind at all. Lengthen your standing leg. Notice where your gaze goes. Feel the presence of the posture, no matter the choice you made, because whatever choice you made, it's fine. And it's great and it's powerful. Beautiful, you're here for 3. Take your time to reverse warrior in 2. And 1, take your time, plant your left foot down, bend your right knee, right arm high. Once you're there, big breath in, feel the side body stretch. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms. Inhale, high plank pose, step your right foot back. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly, lead with your chest. This time, Locust pose with Brahma Mudra. Fist bump at the small of your back, feet no wider than hip width distance. Then inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin. And then as you exhale, lift your toes, your ankles, your knees up away from the mat. So basically, lift everything you can lift, press your knuckles to your low back, rock your weight a little forward from there. Now lift your chest higher, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your chin higher. Now lift your toes higher, lift your ankles higher, lift your knees higher. Stay here, just 3. Keep lifting 2 and 1. Slowly lower down, palms beside you, face up. Left ear to the mat, gaze to the right. Whew. A good moment to just breathe. And maybe here, just do a little inventory of what head, which of your 4 heads is creating your reality? Are you listening to your ego? Are you listening to conditioned consciousness? Basically an old story we were taught that we believe is true, but is really socially constructed. Or is it something from a more of a space of wisdom or intellect? I'm not sure any are necessarily right or wrong, but we can certainly become aware of what they are. Everybody gently bring your chin back to center. Push your palms under your shoulders, curl your toes under, inhale, high plank or tabletop, push up from your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here, take a big breath in. Bigger breath out. Let's do the other side. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, travel to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. Lovely, friends. Inhale, mountain pose. Use the full breath to lengthen and rise. Exhale, dancer on the left this time. Left elbow to left side body. Kick your heel to your seat and no need to twist your arm. Just drop your palm and grab the inside edge of your foot. Elbow and shoulder stay open. Reach to the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale, kick, hinge forward, dance in whatever way you want to dance. And perhaps move into this from a space of something that lets you be wobbly, or move beyond a moment of comfort or a moment of stability and be okay in that moment. What's that reality like? Amazing, you look so good. You're here for 3. One-legged mountain pose in 2. And 1, one-legged mountain, let go of your foot, left knee up, palms up, breathe in. Exhale, fist bump at the small of your back. 1 more breath in. Exhale, airplane pose with Brahma Mudra. Hinge your collarbones forward. Reach your left toe back. Lengthen your standing leg. One more big breath in. Exhale, standing splits. Begin to lower your chin, lower your chest. Keep your mudra for a couple beats or more. Eventually bring your fingertips down. Point your left toes if they aren't already pointed. Reach them higher. Let the crown of your head drop lower. Yeah. Stay here, my friends. Yes, Holly, that was great. You're here for 3. Forward fold in 2. And 1. Forward fold. Gently lower your toes down, feet down. That's what they're called, feet, hip width distance. Hands to feet pose this time. Lift up on your toes. Walk your palms underneath to stand on your hands. And then again, you could actively pull your chest in towards your thighs and let your elbows splay open to the sides. Or maybe you just start to let gravity do more of the work for you. And that's totally fine too. One of the ways I think about yoga is it's part support and part challenge. And those two energies are present all the time. Sometimes we notice there's a lot more support. Maybe there's a lot more challenge, but allow the interplay between the two to help you create whatever it is you choose to create. Gently bring your weight to your heels. Release your hands, roll out your wrists this time. And then bring your feet together to touch. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, high to low plank. Last time for this particular practice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step it to your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise up from your mat. Exhale, twist to the left, right arm in front. And then inhale, exalted crescent lunge. Sweep your right palm up, lift your gaze in that direction. Drop your left hand onto the back of your right leg. And again, you are open in the front line of your body, so maybe you bend a little bit more. Feel their dramatic posture. This is such a great moment to notice creation. You are rooted, but you are rising and you are open. Gorgeous, Amy. You're here for 3. Back to crescent lunge. Feel the inspiration in 2. And 1, crescent lunge. You're amazing. Gaze forward, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, warrior 2, open your chest. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your left leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Set up a foundational triangle first. Left palm down, right arm high. Straighten through both legs, open your chest. From here, remember, lots of choose your own adventure. You could go for that half bind. Right palm to left hip crease. Maybe there, left palm reaches forward. This is a great spot to enter a half bound, half moon from. Maybe you go for a 3/4 bind or a full bind. And again, charge into both legs, push your tailbone back, reach your chest and collarbones forward. Maybe you want to hang out in triangle. Don't blame you, go for it if that's your jam today. If you want to play a little bit with some version of a bound half moon, micro bend your left knee, toe your right foot in a little bit more, begin to kick your right foot up away from the mat. Maybe you release to a half bind in your half moon. Maybe you go for that 3/4 bind. Maybe you are all in for the full bound half moon, or you know what, child's pose is your jam. I don't know, you get to create, you get to self-author a path for 3. Reverse warrior into. And 1, big step back, bend your left knee, left arm high. Last moment standing, breathe in, look up. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms. Inhale, high plank pose. Exhale all the way to your belly. You could do another Cobra or Locust. Otherwise, we'll prepare for floor bow. For floor bow, kick your heels into your butt. Reach back and grab your feet. Squeeze your knees together. And then inhale, kick into your hands. Exhale, lift your chin, lift your chest, and create that bow shape in your body. Rock your weight a little bit more towards your sternum. Your shoulders are real open, so relax them and kick more into your hands to add a little bit more lift of your chest. Now activate your inner thighs, squeeze your legs together, kick a little bit more. Feel how open and expansive you are. For 3, keep kicking. 2, and 1. You are amazing. Chin down, right ear to the mat, palms beside you. I started to say unreal and then switched to saying amazing, and I think I said unmazing. So, new word for today. Maybe a windshield wiper, your legs a little side to side, or just a little wiggle in your hips. I love these moments after spine strengthening postures. I think it feels so good to just relax down. Feel the support of your mat. And again, you have been heightening self-awareness for over 45 minutes now. What are you aware of? Gently bring your chin to center. Push your palms underneath your shoulders. Press up to tabletop pose this time. And then from tabletop, come to stand on your knees. Final big posture for our practice is camel pose. So push your palms to your low back, squeeze your elbows together, keep your hips above your knees, and begin to lift your chin, your chest up to the ceiling. This is already camel. You could stay right here, engage your core, navel up and in. If you want to go a little further, continue to press your hips forward as you reach your gaze more behind you. If you start to see down the wall behind you, maybe you try to grab your fingertips towards your heels. That'll help encourage those open shoulders, open heart even more. Keep a slight tuck in your chin. Keep your gaze lifted up, more so than bringing your gaze all the way back. And again, hips, press them forward to keep them over your knees. Amazing discipline, my friends. Gently come back forward. Shoulders over hips. Bring yourself down to a seat on your heels, fist bump. This time, just let it fall in your lap like we did at the beginning of class. And just take a moment in stillness and silence to close your eyes and simply be aware, be open. And then gently blink your eyes open. Press back to downward facing dog. Just a couple postures here at the end of our practice to stretch, restore, and unwind. From your downward facing dog, inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your knee to your wrist, keep a flex in your foot. Left toes go straight back behind you. You have lots of options in this posture. You could keep your chest lifted. You could come down halfway, like to your forearms, or maybe bring a block underneath your forehead at any height. Maybe you lower your chest all the way to the mat. You could bring a pillow underneath your head or your torso or your hip. Also the option to move into a seated version or a lying down version. If you want to come to lie down for the rest of your practice, then do a supine half pigeon. Right ankle over left thigh. And bring your left foot to the mat. From there, you could actively pull your thigh in or keep your foot on the mat. As you're ready, begin to make your way to the other side. One back through a final down dog on this side. Find those wiggles, those pedals, those counter stretches that feel good. And then as you're ready, set up the left side, lift your left leg up. Bring your knee to your wrist, keep the flex in your toes. Point your right big toe straight behind you. And then you move into, soften into the version of half pigeon that you'd like on this side. All the options available to you. Rights and lefts can be pretty different sometimes. So maybe you choose something different and that's great. And from here, my friends, if you're on your back, we'll be with you momentarily. If you're coming back through a final down dog, begin that journey. Palms onto your mat. Gently lift your hips or find those add-ons, counter stretches, movements that feel good. And that final down dog, enjoy just a beat of stillness to acknowledge your presence in this moment, presence in this posture. And then inhale, look beyond your hands. Exhale, step all the way through, come down to a seat, and then gently roll all the way down to your back, palms out in front of you. Use your core strength one final time. And when you reach the bottom of your mat, we'll set up a bridge pose. You could totally choose a supported bridge pose if you prefer. Bring your block with you if you do. Feet hip width distance, palms beside you, and gently begin to lift your hips up away from your mat. Here's where supported bridge, you could slide your block in underneath you to press into your sacrum. If you're doing full bridge, maybe you shimmy your shoulders together, clasp your hands in chest expansion underneath you, or any other version of the posture you feel open and ready for. Those in bridge, continue to lift your chest up towards your chin while your chin presses away from your chest. Feel that activation in your inner thighs. 2 more big breaths right here. And when that second breath is complete, gently make your way down, recline down to angle pose. Bring your feet together to touch, knees open wide. One hand to your heart and your belly. Maybe you gently let your fist bump rest on your abdomen. Whatever suits you best. Close your eyes and just be here softly. If this feels like a nice place to stay, then please feel free to stay for a couple more breaths. Otherwise, gently guide your knees into touch. Happy baby. Grab the inside edges of your feet. Flex your heels up to the ceiling. Just kind of rock a little side to side. You can straighten your legs. You could grab anywhere else on your legs besides your feet that might feel accessible to you. Let's massage out your spine, especially your low back. And we'll end with a twist. Hug your knees into your chest. Extend your left leg long. Keep your right knee in. And use your left hand to guide your right leg across your body. Open your right arm next to you. Let your chin soften to the right as you twist your knee to the left. And then slowly come back to center. Give your leg a squeeze and switch it out. Right leg long, left knee in. Use your left or right palm to guide your left knee over. Left arm open next to you. Final movement in your class prior to Shavasana. This little gentle twist to the left. Lovely, my friends. Gently, slowly bring yourself back through center. Give your knee a squeeze, gather both knees into your chest, hug yourself into a tiny little ball, kind of like crouch and curl, but on your back, chin to chest, forehead to knees, squeeze around your shins, huge breath in. Open up, exhale, corpse pose, Shavasana. Let your legs go long, your feet flop open, arms long, palms face up, curl your fingers, they're so relaxed. Unclench your jaw. Close your eyes and breathe. I'm going to give you about 2 minutes here. Embodying creative energy and the spark of inspiration. So simply be and enjoy. I'll guide you out shortly. We've been exploring Brahma through the lens of the third limb of yoga, asana. And asana, that motion of like taking a seat, being in a pose, being present in a moment. And that every moment, every seat, every pose has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And we're taking our time to explore all three of those parts of that process. Brahma encompasses the beginning. Next week, we move on to Vishnu, who encompasses the middle, the sustainer. So my hope for you is that you can harness all that creative energy, that spark of something new, and bring it off your mat in whatever way it's useful. Begin that process with a little wiggle side to side, a little motion in your limbs until you feel ready for a long body stretch. And once you are, reach your arms long, point your toes, enjoy that nice big breath in. Big breath out. And hug yourself into a tiny little ball and roll to either side to a fetal pose. And from that fetal pose, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat, and we'll begin or end exactly as we began. Seated on your mat, nice long spine, wrap your fingers over your thumbs, give yourself a fist bump and let it fall in your lap. The Brahma Mudra, a gesture of all-pervading consciousness. When we become more aware of who we are and which of our four heads is creating reality, we can more intentionally, inspirationally, and energetically create meaningfully in the world around us. Push your palms together and bring your thumbs to your third eye. That space between your eyebrows, which acknowledges the powerful source of enlightenment, intuition, and humility within all of us. And we also acknowledge our community of yogis, of practitioners that show up even on Zoom to be present, to be with others, to breathe, to learn, to grow. Bowing forward, we seal our practice. Peace, my friends.